Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream. Live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys. And as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can't answer or troubleshoot your problems here live. So welcome everyone. We're kind of in a crypto market pullback, if you want to call it that. But we've definitely come a long way over the last few years. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. We're going to talk about the market. There's a lot of things going on crypto-wise that are great, news-wise, that would have just sent the market catapulting had they been a couple of years ago, like the SEC case being dismissed against XRP, or the Bitcoin Reserve announced by the US government, or the Crypto Summit. All of those things are very good and very positive for Bitcoin and crypto in general. But the market's just kind of in not a very uppity mood, I guess, right now. So, but that's okay. The industry is making great strides. We're going to talk about the stablecoin industry. I think we talked a little bit about stablecoins a few weeks back, or maybe a month or so ago. The stablecoin market is really taking off. There are a lot of ways that stablecoins can be used. If you're not familiar with a stablecoin, it's like it is a cryptocurrency. It has its blockchain. It lives on various blockchains. But it's tied to the price of US dollar usually. I don't know. There might be some that are tied to the euro or some other regular currencies. But this creates a very stable way to manage cryptocurrencies since you don't have to worry about the volatility of the market going up and down. And there's been a lot of adoption in the stablecoin industry. So we'll talk about that. And then I'll talk a little bit about managing stablecoins, just like regular crypto, but they're a mystery to a lot of people. So we'll talk about that. And of course, I'd like to take questions. Whatever's on your mind, whatever troubles that you're having, let me know. We'll see if we can't take care of them. So let me greet everybody that's here tonight. It's good to have everybody here. Wonderful to see everybody. Mark Schlossberg from Slovakia, Gregory Whelan, who was here early, saw a video that I posted earlier. We'll talk about that latest video. Goofy Dude, Mang is here, Mr. Miski, Simon is here, W, Christopher Tane from Melbourne, Pearls of Wisdom, Simona Mooland, Kenny, of course, was here early, as usual, E. Poston from Colorado. I got to break that habit. Let's see, Emmanuel is here again. Good to have you. HR by Catherine, Birds, Bees, and Trees. Good to have you. BB Bean. I like that handle. That's pretty cool. And if you've never been in the live stream before, if you check the description, there's a lot of goodies here. We'll be talk about stuff we're going to be talking about, the agenda, things we want to do, the latest video, which I posted earlier today, which is how to claim your Bitcoin. Ledger is running their spring sale right now through April 2nd, where you can get up to $70 worth of Bitcoin back when you buy the Ledger Flex, and then various other amounts of Bitcoin. Well, what they do is they can't really, or maybe they could, but regulatory wise, it's difficult to just send Bitcoin to people. They can't really preload it into a Ledger wallet, because then they would have to set it up with a seed phrase, and that is all kinds of craziness. So what they do is they send you this coupon code. And it has a little scratch off where you look at your code and you use your Ethereum wallet to validate the claim, and then it gets processed, and then you get a claim button which allows you to link your Bitcoin wallet and actually claim your Bitcoin, and it goes into your wallet. It's not a perfect system. I mean, it would be great if they could just wave their hand and put Bitcoin in your wallet, but with financial regulations, international regulations and stuff like that, this is the best way to do it. And it's also a secure and private way to do it that only allows the code to be claimed once, right? Yeah, a lot of people were having difficulty with claiming their Bitcoin. So I asked my Ledger rep. They were like, what can we do to help you? And I begged them for products last year, towards the end of the year, and they sent me all their best products, and I was really happy. But it's like, hey, what else can we do to help you in your channel? And I said, hey, why don't you send me one of those coupon codes? Because whenever they send me a product, it doesn't have the coupon code in it because, they're not charging me for it. So I said, if I had one of those coupon codes, I'll do a step-by-step, so showing people how to use the claim coupon. Because a lot of people come on and say, oh, it's a scam, it takes forever. I think some people said 30 days. I saw 15 days. Either way, it is a delay. I get that, but that doesn't mean it's a scam. There's other things in life that you have to wait for as well. So yeah, I did a video on that, and I'm pretty happy with that video. Let's see what else. Oh, my page that they've created for me. Oh, well, it's here too. The Shop Ledger CryptoDad page, which the link is right here down in the description. That will take you over to this page. And it's a customized page for my channel. And if you go to this page and buy a Ledger device, I'll get a commission. They update this page for me whenever their deals change. So the default of this page is that you'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin when you purchase any Ledger product, which is not bad. But if they're running a special where they've got, they're giving away more, then they'll update the page. But the default will always be that $10 code. They sent me 3 of them. So yeah, I think it's pretty nice. It's like a permanent discount code for CryptoDad. So I'm pretty happy that they did that. That was pretty nice of them. And so you can see here the deal, and you'll get a free wireless charger with a STAX. They don't usually discount the STAX. Yeah, and then you can get $40 in Bitcoin for the Legend NOx and 30 for the Plus. And then they show you how to claim this Bitcoin. So anyway, that's news. I'm pretty happy about that. I've talked about that the last 3 weeks. Pretty happy with that. Pretty nice of them to do that. And a bunch of other affiliate links if you're interested in any of the other crypto hardware wallets that I review on my channel, like the Trezor or the Tangem, the OneKey. Those are all great crypto wallets as well, depending on your budget and your, your needs. Everybody's different. Everybody's comfortable with, different products. And then a couple of products here where you can record your seed phrase on durable metal medium, CryptoTag and Stamp Seed. I like both of these. Pretty good. Scrilla. I've got a link to one of his videos. I didn't get a chance to look and see if he had a more recent video since last week. I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, that's kind of an old link. I need to update that next time. And all the stories we're going to cover. And there we go. And ways to get a hold of me. If you want to shoot me an email or check out my Twitter page or my Instagram page or even my Reddit. I haven't really posted much in Reddit. It's been a while. I usually go in there and read, but I don't post that often. I should post more. And that's it. Yeah, let's jump into the news. Like I said, it's good to have everybody here. The stablecoin market. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. The stablecoin market is 1 trillion stablecoin supply could drive next crypto rally. The growing stablecoin supply suggests cryptocurrency adoption is at its mainstream tipping point. Now, the most popular stablecoin out there is Tether, and its most popular network is, of course, the Ethereum network. And Ethereum transactions are historically have always been high, the gas fees. So it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense compared to other ways of payment because the gas fees were so high. But now Ethereum gas fees have come down. They've refined the network, and you can manage Tether on other cheaper, faster networks like Polygon, Arbitrum, Tron, those types of networks. So stable coins can exist on multiple networks. There's also US dollar coin, which also exists on multiple networks. US dollar coin on the base network, which is a network basically sponsored and hosted or created by Coinbase, is dirt cheap and basically free when you use it on Coinbase. So it's getting to the point now where it's a cheaper, faster alternative to credit card type payments, because you get all kinds of merchants usually get hit with the bulk of the credit card charges, but a lot of companies will raise their prices based on the fact that they accept credit cards. So it's kind of a hidden charge. So stable coins will probably take over payment systems, right? You can pay with stable coins anywhere in the world. You don't have to worry about international borders. It's just like Bitcoin or any other crypto, right? Across the room or across the world with equal ease. So now that the fees are cheaper and the networks are faster, it's starting to finally take over, and a lot of big businesses are getting into stable coins, right? I've got this story linked down below. I didn't really cover it in much detail, but they're basically just talking about the stable coins that are in the market right now. I believe the red is aggregate stable coin. Okay. US Tether is the green one, which is the big one that I mentioned. And then US dollar coin is the blue one, which is currently number 2. It's Tether and US dollar coins are the big ones. So we'll talk about those a little bit. And then let's talk a little bit about the Bitcoin market. So Bitcoin price has fallen over the last few days. We're down from, we peaked at 88 early in the week over some financial data or some news. But then we've come back down again. But we were down last week. We were down around 84, 83 on last Saturday night. So we went up to 88 and then we pulled back. And we're right now we're at 82.4. We've kind of been hovering at 82 whatever most of the day. So it's been pretty stable most of the day. The entire market's down. And most of that is because of the stock market, which was down last week due to inflation fears and Trump tariffs. And there's a lot of trepidation in the market behind the tariffs. And April 2nd is coming up where some of these tariffs go into effect. So we'll see how that affects the market. The hope is that the crypto market will buck the trend, right? But right now we're kind of getting pulled down by the regular mainstream financial markets, right? So that's the Bitcoin market. It's not too bad today. Like I said, compared to last year, we're much higher. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, a little analysis that Bitcoin could fall to 65,000, which could be heartbreaking for a lot of people, but basically irrelevant in the long run. We've had some, gut-wrenching pullbacks historically. We were back down at 16,000 in 2022, I believe, after the FTX and the Terra Luna collapse. We went down to around 3,000 in late 2018. But if you pull back and look at the big picture, Bitcoin is always up, right? So a lot of people said 20,000 was the bubble that popped, the Ponzi scheme that collapsed in 2017, early 18. And here we are, at 83,000 and complaining. So that's kind of my take on it. I've been around a while, right? More crypto-related pardons in the news. President Trump pardoned Arthur Hayes of BitMEX and 3 other co-founders and employee. I don't think I really used BitMEX that much, but its claim to fame was that it allowed you to trade on their platform without KYC and identity documents. And there were a lot of, most crypto exchanges were like that from the beginning, even Coinbase. When Coinbase first debuted, all you needed was an email and a password to open an account. And then, as long as you were willing to put money in there, you could buy crypto and trade it and swap it and transfer it in and out without much of a hassle. And, of course, your bank account kind of gave your identity away. But you really didn't need any identifying documents. And the same went for... now I can't even remember. Binance, pardon me. I lost it there for a second. Binance, I used Binance all the time. It was a foreign exchange, and I couldn't send my bank account transfers there, but I would buy Bitcoin on Coinbase and then transfer it into my Binance account and trade for cryptos that I couldn't get on Coinbase, like Cardano, or Tron or whatever, and I never needed any ID for any of that stuff. So, but as the regulations started getting tougher, or the agency started cracking down more, companies like Binance started requiring KYC, but I guess BitMEX didn't. They sort of stayed true to their original, vision, which was, hey, we want to make it easy for you to trade, and we're not going to require a bunch of documents. So anyway, they were sued and successfully prosecuted, I guess starting in 2020, and they ended up pleading guilty, I believe, in 2022. The charges were brought in 2020, and then they were convicted or pled guilty in, I believe, 22. I don't see it here. And they were violating the Bank Secrecy Act. And they didn't have to go to prison. I think they got even the top of, they got probation. But Trump has pardoned them officially, which kind of vindicates them philosophically, so to speak. And there's talk of maybe a Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't count Sam Bankman-Fried among people like this, or even Binance, or Ross Ulbricht. These were all, crypto pioneers. I look at Sam Bankman-Fried as a grifter who basically took advantage of the crypto bull market and played fast and loose with other people's money. So I would be disappointed if Trump pardoned him. I don't feel like he's any kind of, crypto hero in any sense of the word. But apparently he's angling for a pardon as well. And I mentioned, Ross Ulbricht was pardoned, and that was one of Trump's campaign promises. That was good. And then Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao pled guilty and spent 4 years in prison in the U.S., probably a low security prison. But he is the only person, not only was the richest person ever to go to jail, but he was the only person to ever serve time for violating the Bank Secrecy Act. And he could possibly get pardoned as well. We don't know. I would applaud that as well. I think Binance is a great crypto exchange. So that's it for the news. I'm going to catch up here and make sure that everybody is happy and no one has any burning questions. Let's see. Fred, do you think I'm far off in thinking that the future of ACH payments will be done using stablecoin? No, not at all. I believe that, stablecoins are the future. Faster, cheaper, less fees. Sending stablecoin to someone else is fast and cheap right now. It's just that most people aren't that comfortable transferring crypto from wallet to wallet, even though they should be. It's just, crypto wallets are not that mainstream. So I'm thinking that probably Coinbase will make it easier and easier to transfer stablecoin back and forth between, other people. A lot of times, if you would say, hey, I can send you some US dollar coin, most people wouldn't understand what that is or, how to do it. So you'd pretty much have to walk them through it and say, well, you need to get a crypto wallet, set up your crypto wallet and then, put a little Ethereum in there or, or whatever so that I can send you some stable coin. But I'm thinking it'll be more and more mainstream as we go. Tom McCullough is here. Good to have you, Tom. Yeah. Also, the thing about crypto is that it's a different mindset. It's there are no takebacks in crypto. And, people in the Western society are used to this convenience factor where, if I change my mind, I can take it back, I bought, a waffle iron online and I didn't like it and they won't take it back. So I'll call the bank and cancel, the transaction on my credit card. And that's good for the consumer. In some ways, it gives them a little more power and control, but it's bad in general. And that's why so many businesses are very strict about purchases, because they don't want people canceling, their credit card or their debit card. People can call their bank and claim that, they got scammed or whatever and, cancel bank transfers too. So crypto is... it's good in a way that it gets us away from that kind of behavior, but it's also bad that, once you send crypto, it's done. It's over. There's no way to get it back. There's no takebacks. There's no way to change your mind after you've sent crypto. And there are pros and cons to that. But I believe in the long run, there are more pros using crypto than cons, right? Because if I send you crypto, there's no question, right? I can send you a US dollar coin anywhere in the world, and you'll be able to use it. If I try to send from Visa or MasterCard, you may not be able to access it, right? So anyway, let's see here. Do you think virtually instant settlement? Don't see Dan here tonight. Yeah, it's good to have everybody here tonight. Thank you, Fred, for encouraging everyone to smash the like. Trump's stablecoin will dominate soon. I don't know about Trump's stablecoin. I've heard a few things about it, but I'm not that familiar with the fact that he's starting a stablecoin. But I thought I had heard something about that. He's involved in all kinds of. He had the meme coin, and he's got some kind of crypto company. I can't keep up with all the stuff he's doing there. There's Dan. Hopefully he hit the game over there. I was worried that maybe I had muted my mic, but I'm okay. He's probably talking about the market. Yeah. So let me I've got a little bit of obscure stable coins in my Ledger wallet. Let's take a look at them. This is my Ledger wallet, and this is some US dollar coin in Polygon format. So if we go to accounts and we go down here to this Polygon wallet, you can see there are some tokens, and one of those is US dollar coin. So it's possible to store US dollar coin in a Polygon based wallet. The only thing is you have to sort of keep track of what network it is on, right? You don't want to send it to the wrong network, or you could lose it. Timothy just asked why companies require KYC. That's an interesting question. Now, a normal company like Amazon, it's standard practice, right? You cannot buy something on Amazon without providing your credit card. And along with your credit card, you have to give them your name and address to verify that that is your credit card. Normal businesses that are online, or any business really, you don't have to give your name and address to a store when you use your card, but you're holding the card in person. But yeah, I mean, it's standard practice so to avoid fraud. But as far as crypto exchanges requiring KYC, they, like I mentioned early in the days of crypto, they don't need to. The only reason they're requiring KYC is from pressure from governments. And why governments are forcing people into KYC, they claim it's, to prevent fraud, but crypto exchanges worked just fine before they required KYC. It's more about financial surveillance and financial control. So it's not really the exchanges that are requiring, that have a reason for requiring KYC above the fact that they're just being pressured by government to fall in line with these financial regulations that are supposedly preventing money laundering. But money laundering is kind of a made-up term. We always associate it with the worst, which would be, a drug dealer or a terrorist guy that's trying to hide his tracks. But just buying and selling something privately can be classified as money laundering as well. If I go in and swap my Bitcoin for Ethereum, they can define that as money laundering too. So it's kind of a broad definition. And the question, why do they require KYC, is more about government financial surveillance and control than anything else. My opinion, of course. So we've got this US dollar coin in our wallet. So what can we do with it? Well, there might be some websites out there that would accept payment in crypto. There are not a whole bunch. I don't think Amazon, that you can pay anything with Amazon in crypto. There were rumors of that a few years back, and that might well come to be. But right now, there's few and far between. A lot of them use BitPay, which is a third-party service that does the conversion into fiat on the fly, so that they're allowing you to spend your crypto, but they're not accepting crypto as payment. It gets converted before it goes into their account into fiat currency, like dollars or euros or whatever. But there are some online services that will accept payment in crypto. And if they accept stablecoin, it's usually Tether. But there are some that accept US dollar coin. So, but as it stands, really, the only thing I can show you is that I can drop this into my Coinbase account. So if we go over to my Coinbase account, why don't we put it in Kraken? There's an outgoing transaction there. Let's do Kraken. So if I would like to drop that into my Kraken account, I would just go in here and say deposit. And I would say, okay, I want to put some US dollar coin in here. And there it is. And they want to know, what network am I on? So I'll pull this down, and you can see these are the major EVM chains, and they accept transfers on the Polygon network. So we'll just choose Polygon, right? There's our address, and we'll just go back to Ledger Live. We're in the stablecoin account here, the US dollar coin account. We'll hit send. We'll paste in that address. This is not an error message. This is just saying that they can't auto-confirm the other wallet, which is fine. That usually happens with exchanges. So you just need to eyeball it, make sure it's the same address, right? We can kind of see it here. I'm confident that that's the correct address. Whoops. And we'll hit continue here. And then let's send them 50. And we'll hit continue again. And we'll go ahead and send it off. And off it goes, right? And of course, I need to authorize this outgoing transaction with my hardware wallet. I'm going to disconnect my Stacks because this account is on uses my Flex. So I'll connect my Flex. And let me turn this camera on so you can see my, whoops, not the right one. This one. There we go. Right, so I'll go ahead and enter the PIN. All right, and notice that even though it's a Polygon, oh, did I turn that off? I knew something was weird. Notice that even though it's a Polygon account, it uses the Ethereum app, and that's fine. We'll just hit the open Ethereum app, and I need to sign the transaction. Notice there it's got the Polygon icon, right? So we'll swipe. There's a breakdown of the information about the transfer. Whoops, having trouble here. There's the fees and the network, and then we just hold the sign. So we just hold that down, off it goes, and we transfer that. That's very similar to, well, that's exactly the same thing we do when we transfer any other crypto. Basically, we give it an address, and then we authorize the outgoing transaction, and off it goes. And we can go monitor on the other side. Let's see how long it'll take. It shouldn't take too long for that US dollar coin. It moves pretty fast. And you might ask yourself, well, what good was that? You know, I just moved it from my wallet to an exchange. You know, what was the point of that? Well, for one reason, I could have done that would be I wanted to cash out to my bank, right? I can't really cash out directly to my bank from my crypto wallet. A lot of people ask me that, you know, how do I cash out my Bitcoin from my ledger? Right? Well, you can't, not directly. You can go to this buy sell interface over here, but they're going to use a third-party payment processor. So if I were to try to sell some Bitcoin, let's say, 0.02. Let's do that. So if I wanted to sell Bitcoin directly from my wallet, which I'm just being facetious because you can't do it directly from your wallet, even though it might feel like you're doing it because you're in Ledger Live. See, you have to sign up for some kind of payment transfer. This bank thing, yeah, let's see what they do with this. I'm curious. Yeah, so you're always going to end up using a third-party payment processor. In this case, you get a choice between Coinify and MoonPay. Neither of these are options that I'm really that crazy about. I feel they both charge pretty high fees, and I think COINify is US based, but I'm pretty sure MoonPay is European based, and my bank doesn't much care for them. A lot of times when I try to use MoonPay, my bank rejects it. So my point here is that there is no, hey, sell crypto directly from your wallet. It doesn't work like that. You have to send it somewhere where you can convert it to US dollar, an exchange or a third-party payment processor. So that's why I prefer to use a crypto exchange that I know and trust, that I have an account for, and I'm surprised it still hasn't hit the account yet. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's look at transfers here. Let's go to US dollar coin. Yeah, it hasn't hit the account yet. But I was trying to explain to you what this is good for. One is I want to cash that stablecoin out. I want to spend it. So I can send it to Kraken and then swap to dollar and then withdraw to my bank. So that's one use case. The other use case could be, hey, I've been sitting on this stablecoin waiting for a market dip, and so now I want to use my stablecoin to purchase some Bitcoin. So I would send it over to an exchange like Coinbase or Kraken and swap it for Bitcoin. Now you could also do a similar, something similar in Ledger Live. Let's see. Let's try the. I don't have any in here. I thought I had some. Actually, I have some US dollar coin, but it's in base, which I don't see here. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, they got a lot of options here. Yeah, I don't see base. That's weird. Oh, well, they got this in base. I don't know why I don't have base. I hate doing this stuff. Oh, I hate doing this stuff live. Well, let's just try it. Come on, base. Where are you? Well, it doesn't have you. Oh, here. There it is. Ugh, where's my mouse? Okay. Boo. Yes, there is some in here. I knew I had some on base. Right, so I could use the US dollar coin that I have in my wallet on the base network to purchase some Solana. But here we go again. It goes to a third-party processor. CIC is kind of one of those exchanges that doesn't require KYC. You can access them directly, but they're going to charge me fees just like Coinbase and Kraken would. So I prefer to just send it directly to Coinbase or Kraken. So I would go down here to my base account and then show tokens. And there's that US dollar coin on the base network. And I could send this into Coinbase. Let's see if they accept it on base here. Yes, they do, right? So I could send it into Kraken. The nice thing about using Coinbase with the base network is it's their stablecoin, so it's basically free to use. Deposits and withdrawals on base are free. So we could receive crypto and say US dollar coin, and then tell them I'm bringing it in on the base network. And they'll give me an address. We'll go back here. We'll do that send. We'll paste in the address. We'll hit continue. Let's do 50. And then off it goes onto Coinbase. And then something went wrong because I have the wrong device attached. So I need to connect my stacks. So I'll connect stacks here, enter my PIN, right. Okay. Oops. All right. And then we'll just hit retry here. Wants to open the Ethereum app. And so the Ethereum app is in charge of all the EVM chains. But notice it's got the base icon there. So we are using the base network, right? So same thing, review transaction. There's the information. There's the fee, very small, way less than a penny. And we'll hold to sign. So the original use case for stablecoins was basically a place to park your gains to avoid volatility. And there weren't too many places that accepted payments in stablecoins, but Tether came along. And so if you were trading Bitcoin on Binance and you wanted a way to kind of lock in your profits, since you couldn't withdraw to your bank directly or convert to US dollar, they had this stable coin. And so you could trade your Bitcoin for Tether and then just let the Tether sit there and maybe wait for a drop and then get back into Bitcoin. That was the original use case, was a stable way to park your gains. Now the use cases are getting, there's more of them now. You can actually make purchases in stablecoin. You can, and in Coinbase, you can earn interest by parking your stablecoin in there. See, I can earn 4.1% APY, which would mean that I'd need to leave this in here for a whole year before I got a 4% return, but it's better than a savings account. So that's another use case for stablecoin. But basically, I didn't think to pull up a website that accepted stablecoin as payment, but maybe I should do that next week or something. I'll get everything lined up, maybe buy a t-shirt or a trinket or something on a site that does accept stablecoin as payment. So that would be interesting. So, but they're basically just like any other crypto. You can send them back and forth. We can withdraw this stablecoin back to my wallet in whatever format that we want. I'll probably keep it in Base, but right now it's US dollar coin. It's like Joker's Wild once it's on the exchange. I can withdraw it in any format that I want. So let's just go ahead and send it back to where we got it. We'll do a receive here. We'll grab the address. I'm familiar with this address. I'll skip the hardware check. We'll just copy that into our clipboard. We'll go back to Coinbase. I'll paste in that address. I'll confirm it. And when they ask me what network I want to use, I'll use Base. Notice it's free. My wallet supports Base. I'll go ahead and send it all back. So basically I was able to send and receive on the Base network for free, right? I'll just send it back to my wallet. I need to connect my device. I'll show you how the passkey thing works. Let's turn this camera back on. Whoops, I keep doing that. Come on, Rex, there you go. All right, so I'll use my security key. We'll hit next. It's going to launch the security key app on my stacks. And then I'll tap login. That's my two-factor authentication. It's my hardware passkey that protects withdrawals on Coinbase. That means that no one can log into my Coinbase account even if they hack in and make a withdrawal because they don't have this device. It's a level of added security. And off it goes, pretty much free, right? You notice we had a really, really small fractional charge of a penny when we sent it out of my wallet. So fast, cheap, relatively free when you use US dollar coin on Coinbase. Let's see if we got that. There, it finally came in. So there, we've got US dollar coin. And, we could make that withdraw on various other networks, right? Because once it's in the exchange, then it's like Joker's Wild. So a lot of times in the past, I've used exchanges to actually do conversions, right? Because it's just quicker and faster to drop it in an exchange. It becomes Joker's Wild, basically, and then you can withdraw on whatever network they support, right? So I could withdraw it back out on the Ethereum network if I wanted to, but the fees are higher. But one of these other networks might be a better choice because they're faster and the fees are cheaper, even on Solana, right? Let's see here. US dollar coin is owned by Circle, and Circle is the same company that owns Coinbase. I think that's the hierarchy, how it goes. Yeah, I think Circle is the top level, and they own Coinbase, and they also own US dollar coin. So that's how that works. CIC always gives you an error. I'll send a buy order very low and wait for a flash crash. How do you buy stable coins and how much premium to pay for it? I pay cash P2P with a 2% premium. Doc Capital, if you are not averse to using Coinbase, you can purchase stablecoin using your bank account. You can deposit cash from your bank account, and to buy US dollar coin on Coinbase with cash is basically free. The fees you don't really get a trading fee when you convert your cash to US dollar coin. And then from there, you can withdraw it for free. I'm just dealing with small piddling amounts here. But, let's say that you decided when Bitcoin was at 109,000 that you were going to sell $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and just swap it into stablecoin. You could think of that as taking profits in a way. So you've got that $1,000 worth of stablecoin that you could cash out easily if you wanted to, or you could have waited for this market drop and then bought in to Coinbase, bought back into Bitcoin and turned another tiny little profit, right? So that's an ideal world where we never really know when Bitcoin has hit its top or when it's hit its lows, right? So it's always a guessing game. It's a gamble either way. But that's the ideal situation, right? That when Bitcoin's at a high, you convert into stablecoin and just hold on to the stablecoin as either a cash out or a method to buy back in at a lower price. Yeah, you're right. Wayne mentioned that Ethereum fees are really low right now, and they are. But historically, there have been times back in the 2021 bull run, Ethereum fees were just off the charts high. They've refined the Ethereum network since then, and now that there's not a lot of interest in Ethereum, the fees have come way down. Right? It used to be that everyone was using Ethereum. There was a lot of network activity, and that was why the fees were so high. And that left an opening for rivals like Solana to come in and using faster networks with lower fees. Although Solana suffers from a little bit of centralization. So there's always trade-offs, right? You mentioned Joker's Wild and then Ace of Base. What kind of game is that? Did I say Ace of Base? I don't know. That's a group from the 90s, I thought. Ace of Base. Yeah. I don't mean spot trading. How do you pay with fiat to get crypto, stablecoin specifically? Yeah. So you would I don't know of any way to just outright purchase stablecoins using cash. rather than, just making the deposit into an exchange like Coinbase, which I can deposit cash from my bank account without any fees, right? And drop it into my Coinbase and then make the trade basically for free. That's a spot trade. But I don't know of any way to just say, hey, I want to buy stablecoin from somebody. I don't think it works like that as far as I know. There might be some services where you could do that independent. You mentioned your peer-to-peer thing. That might be one way, but I mean, the centralized way would be to use an exchange like Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini or Binance. If you're, outside the US, you can use Binance to make purchases of stablecoin using your bank account. I consider that a pretty streamlined way of doing it. I mean, my bank doesn't charge me when I drop, and Coinbase doesn't charge me when I deposit money into Coinbase from my bank. And then it doesn't charge me to make the trade to US dollar coin either. Now, if I were using my US dollar that I have in Coinbase to buy Tether, I believe there is a little bit of a trading fee on that. I think I pulled it out of there, right? Are we down? Yeah, I don't have anything left in there. But yeah, we might as well send it back, right? Let's see. Let's refresh here. Yeah, it's back. We'll send it back to Coinbase. That's not the address of Coinbase. Pardon me. I was thinking it might still be in my clipboard, but it's not. Oh, okay. Let's go back to Coinbase. Let's make that deposit again of US dollar coin on base. Get that address. Go back here. These are all relatively fast transactions anyway. Let's send that 50 back. What is this? This is my STAX. Okay, we got it. STAX is still attached. Right, open Ethereum. Yeah, and I have no problem just moving this stablecoin around because US dollar coin is relatively effectively free. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I already signed it. Let me see, what were the fees? Ugh, it went away. That kind of glitched out. Well, I was trying to get the fees, but they were like 0.0000 Ethereum, which was basically nothing. But now that we've got this back in Coinbase, I'll show you. Well, this is stablecoin. I'll convert it to dollar. What the heck? Let's give it a minute here. Of course, now it's not going to behave. I wanted it right away. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I want to do something, then it's... Ugh. It might be mad because I'm moving stuff back and forth. I can't use this US dollar because I made a withdrawal earlier, so I only have $4 available. But yeah, even then, I could at least show you what I'm talking about. If I wanted to try to buy some Tether, which I guess some people might. Yeah, you can do it. I mean, if I wanted to just buy some Tether outright using US dollar, see, I'm going to get a fee there. I'm going to get, almost $1 fee on a $4 trade. Yeah. So Tether is not economical. But if I wanted to do the same thing with USDC, we basically have no trading fees whatsoever. Let's go back here. Oh yeah, they don't even have a trading interface for USDC. You do it over here in the portfolio. Well, there's that $50. If you want US dollar coin to go to move into dollars, then you hit convert over here. And so you say, okay, I want to convert my US dollar coin into US dollars. We'll do 50. And is it gonna? What's gonna happen here? Am I going the wrong way? Let's try it the other way. Let's try convert again. Convert to dollars. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, back. Come on, man. I've done this a million times. Oh, let's go back here. Yeah, I thought you could do it in convert. I don't know why this is like giving me such a hard time here. Oh, I can just switch it. Okay, boom, there. Wow. Okay. Okay, 50. See, 0. Doesn't cost me anything to convert between US dollar coin and US dollar, right? It just happens in a flash. We're done. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, so now that 50 US dollar coin is now all US dollar. And we go the same way, right? Or the other way, right? We can hit convert from US dollar. Whoops. Yeah. From US dollar 50 back to US dollar coin, totally free. All right. So US dollar coin on Coinbase is, you know, there's no charge whatsoever. You can convert back and forth to your heart's desire. And any of the cryptos that are available, like let's say you want to buy some XRP, you can, it's basically interchangeable. You can use cash or US dollar coin. Either way, doesn't matter. All right. I don't think I can buy anything now because I got rid of all my US dollar. Oh no, yeah, I could make this trade, right? Because I did convert it to, there's $50 worth of US dollar coin in the account now. And then we could transfer it back to the wallet if we want, right? Let's send our crypto back to our wallet here. Whoops. Forgot to get the address. There we go. All right, we'll send it back. We'll send the $50 worth of US dollar coin. We don't want to pay this Ethereum fee. We're going to do it on Base. We'll send it all. And it's free. No network fee. And we'll confirm with the security key. We'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll get out of this. We'll hit next. We'll confirm on the device. And off it goes, right? So we've moved it back and forth several times and haven't really got any fees. The only fees we got were moving it out of my wallet, and that was minuscule. Doc Capital, U.S. Tether is more global. Yes, indeed, that is true. Yes, you will find, I think I mentioned earlier that if you find a website that accepts payment in crypto and something besides Bitcoin, if they do have a stable coin, it's usually Tether. That is correct. Yeah, that is definitely true. Tether is more universal, universally accepted around the world than US dollar coin. But you do have to pay Ethereum fees, and you kind of get charged a premium when you're trading it on Coinbase. Maybe not so much on other exchanges like Binance. But yeah, definitely. Good point. Thanks for bringing that up. That is true. FTM to Sonic. Well, I'm not. I'd have to look both of those cryptos up, and we're getting close. But basically, if there's no direct swap, like notice here that we can swap Bitcoin. There are a lot of Bitcoin trading pairs, right? I can directly swap Bitcoin for Solana, Bitcoin for Ethereum, Bitcoin for Tether, Bitcoin for Avalanche. That would just be like if there was a trading pair between FTM and Sonic, then you would just do that. But if there is not a direct trading pair for two cryptos that you want to trade, then it would make more sense to either cash out the FTM to US dollar and then use the US dollar to buy the Sonic, or, you know, we've been talking about stablecoins all night. Probably easier to just use Tether as the go-between, right? Trade your FTM for Tether and then use that Tether to buy your Sonic. I did that quite a bit when I was still able to use KuCoin. Back in 2021 and 2022, KuCoin allowed people in the US to use their exchange. And then they got regulatory pressure, and now they've blocked US users. But I used to do that quite often. There were a lot of cryptos that I wanted to get that were available on KuCoin, but the only trading pair for that particular crypto I wanted was Tether. Right? And so I would just drop whatever crypto that I had, you know, enough of, whether it was Solana or Bitcoin or whatever, trade that for Tether, and then use the Tether to buy my target coin. So that would be my advice for that little conversion you're talking about for Sonic. FTM branded over to Sonic, does it happen automatically? That I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with that particular crypto, but if it's the same crypto and it's just converted over, there's usually either a mechanism to do the migration or bridge, or it just happens automatically, but I don't know off the top of my head. Yes. Yeah, Binance really was good that way too. You could swap out real easy on Binance. Yeah, there was a trading pair for almost every crypto to crypto on Binance. Okay, guys, so I hope this helped you understand stablecoins a little better. I think I could have really topped this off a lot better if I had lined up a web purchase using stablecoin. You could have seen it like in action directly purchasing a product. But, you know, just showing you that you can transfer stablecoin just like any other crypto. You can send it to an exchange, cash out, or swap for a different crypto, and then bring it back into your wallet, right? And yeah, you would say, why should I do all this transferring back and forth when I could do it directly on my ledger? That's sort of they make it a seamless experience, but under the hood, you're using third parties like MoonPay and Coinify, which have their own fee structure. So you're not really doing it directly when you use the Ledger Live interface. So just be aware of that. But anyway, I think I'm going to sign out now. We haven't had dinner yet. We're going to cook some chicken. Oh, I did want to share with you some pictures that I took this week. I wanted to do that earlier in the live stream. But this was I think the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of March. It snowed. Yeah, so I think I had showed you those pictures of that beautiful March 20th spring day. And then a couple days later, it snowed. And then I snapped this picture at sunrise over Reed's Lake in East Grand Rapids. We usually drop our daughter off at the high school first. And then my son doesn't like us to take him directly over to the middle school because he's got like 20 minutes before the bell rings. So we usually hang out at the lake for a little bit, and I snapped this great picture of Reed's Lake over in East Grand Rapids. Very beautiful. And on a lighter note, I wanted to, an unrelated news story, tell you that that AI has already died, right? So I was coordinating with Ledger, trying to figure out what time 4 p.m. CET was. And so I asked it, hey, what time is 4 p.m. CET in Eastern Standard Time? And the Gemini AI said there's a 6-hour difference. Therefore, if it's 4 p.m. CET, it would be 11 a.m. EST. And I thought about it, and then I asked it, I was like, isn't 4 p.m. minus 6 hours 10 a.m.? And the AI is like, oh, you're absolutely right to question that. My apologies. I made a small error in my previous calculation. Yes, 4 p.m. minus 6 hours is indeed 10 a.m. So, you know, AI was great while it lasted, but it's all over now. They can't do basic math. In fact, I guess that's one of its weak points. But anyway, I thought you guys would find that humorous. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Let's see, we got this. Is this working? Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone that participated, everyone that was here early. Mark from Slovakia, Gregory Whelan, Goofy Dude, Mang, Mr. Miski, Simon, W. I don't know when you guys showed up, but I think before I launched the stream, you guys were all in here. Kenny was here early as well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dan, for being here tonight and moderating. I always appreciate you, Dan. Look forward to seeing you early April. I think I'll be here for that one. Oh, next week we're going to go to New York, and we'll be out of town on Saturday. I'll have the laptop with me. I may or may not do the live stream. Next Saturday night we'll be in Youngstown, Ohio at the hotel room. So I might just skip next week's live stream because the kids are on spring break, and both the kids and my wife have been wanting to see New York City. So we've got a whole about 4 or 5 days planned spending in New York to see all the sites. So I'll be out of town next week. And but I'll be back the week after for sure, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. Hope we'll have fun in New York. I guess that's it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Good night, everybody.